Alright, welcome back to our channel here. We're out, it's Labor Day weekend, so for us that means it's food plot planning over at private land that we can hunt. We got a couple trail cams over here that we're going to check, and then probably tomorrow we're going to head over to game lands. We got a couple cameras over there we want to check that have been marinating for, I don't know, a month now. We got two more we want to put out at least. Where we had pulled them a couple weeks ago. We got some good buck pictures, so we want to try to get those back out, see if we can get a pattern on those guys for the start of the season. We got about a month before we can get out, so it's pretty much crunch time now as far as get some scouting going. Like I said, our food plots, and just want to thank you guys for checking out Jake's hunting videos he put out. You know, those are by far our two best videos. You know, we got some more subscribers, so that's pretty cool. We're going to try to, you know, get some weekly videos going here for the season, kind of give you guys a log of what's going on, whether it's good or bad. But we'll let you know if we got any good bucks on cam. We'll show a little bit of our food plot mix and stuff, and just some, you know, September stuff here we do to get ready for the season. Here, getting four-wheeler ready. You can see didn't tend to it too much in the spring. Grew up pretty heavy with weeds. We sprayed it 2 weeks ago, some glyphosate. Did it in pretty good, but got the homemade triangle drag behind it. It's made out of some 2x12s, 2x4s, spikes, and some big spikes underneath. You can see they're a little tilted back. We've been using it for quite a few years, but works real good at just taking some of the heavy grass out. Chews up the dirt a little bit when it gets down to it. We don't, smaller stuff like this, we don't need the big tractor like we had in years past.
More remote areas, it's easier to get this thing in here. So, gotta tear it up, put in our winter rye. Mostly winter rye and a mix of some clover and stuff. We still have some clover here, so, but we like the winter rye. Grows just about anywhere. Deer like it. Comes up in the spring nice and green. For turkeys too, that's a plus. The only bad thing is you got to plant it every year, but the deer, bear, turkeys all like it. So that's what we use.
As you can see, we got it a little chewed up compared to what it was, just breaking up a lot of this grass. You know, last couple times we did this, we actually started leaving some broken up grass. Kind of acts like hay on your lawn, keeps moisture, keeps the turkeys, other birds from picking your seed right away if it doesn't, you know, get rain or get that moisture to germinate it right away. And we've actually, you know, seen some good results from leaving it. I know we've seen videos and seen guys where they spray it, seed it, drive over it, you know, on one day, if not on a weekend, you know, when it grows. So it's not something, you know, that you got to get pretty every time, but it definitely helps. You know, we're just getting a little bit of dirt chewed up, get a little bit more seed to soil contact, you know, because it was fairly thick on us. But you know, once he makes a few more passes, we're gonna put our seed mixture down. We're gonna hit over it with just a four-wheeler. Kind of jar things around a little bit, get any seed that, you know, might be sitting in a little bit of this grass down here. We'll knock it down to the ground, and they are calling for some showers tomorrow, which, you know, you need rain for your food plots, especially when the seed's first trying to germinate. You need that moisture to get it going, so hopefully we can get that. And a couple weeks, you know, we'll have a good mixture of winter rye and clover going. So here we got our finished product. Ran everything. We got our seed down. I don't know, we put probably 15, 20 pounds of the winter rye on it. I don't know, what, 2-pound mixture of clover and rape. Yeah,
some leftover stuff that we had, some odds and end bags, but we just really wanted to do the winter rye. I know Kyle said wheat, but it's rye.
Oh, did I say, well, yeah, winter rye.
So, and that, just like I said, we had some white clover, some red clover, little half a pound of rape that was left over. We just put that on too, so use it up. and there is some existing clover, so it should turn pretty good. But now we need rain because what we turned up is drier.
Yeah, take a look at it here. It gets dry quick up here.
Yeah.
Gets sun 14 hours a day, and it's up on top of a mountain.
Yeah, it's really good for weed growth.
Yeah, it's perfect for that. But hopefully we get showers tomorrow. Starts to push the winter rye, and that'll stay around for rut time.
And we grew it here before. It'll grow.
Yep.
It's a draw. Stands right here. We just did a little trimming. Made a couple of new shooting lanes. Been in there for
up in that shadow spot
years.
there.
Yeah, trim a little bit. And we do have an apple tree here right next to it, which has loads of apples this year. We got some picks there of some deer. So shot some deer out of here. Seen a lot of deer here. So it's a good spot. It's a known spot that we hunt a lot, so it'll work. Mother Nature just has to give us some wet.
Alright, well, we're at the game lands now. It's raining. You can probably hear it and see it, but we got 2 cams we want to check. That's pretty far back. We set up on some beaches and on a trail. We want to take a look at that for the season. See if there's any beaches down. Take a look at the trees. See if they're full. We thought they might be. We've seen some at our camp. Got 3 more in a pack. We want to put one on a trail where we had a camera throughout August. Had a lot of good buck activity, so we're going to set that up again. Maybe put another one over there. Try to pinpoint some movement. And we got a 3rd camera just for, you know, anything we see along the way. We'll throw it up and maybe adjust the 2 that we got out there. But we're going to try to put these out, get a good run in September for them, because we're going to come up last weekend, do stands, because you can only put those up 2 weeks before the season here in PA. So we want some good intel, maybe get some hot locations, you know, that we could pop up a stand for the first weekend or 2. So I'll show you what we get on the cams, maybe along the way, you know, what kind of sign we look for, what we set our cams up on and stuff. But rain might dampen that a little. Might not do a whole lot of filming today, so we don't wreck the gear, but we'll get to it. Alright, well, we're at our first spot. We just set a cam. Seeing the tree behind me there, it's up off the ground pretty good. We always bring ladder section with us.
Section of ladder to
Get our cams up in the air from the unsavory hunter. Might want to take your camera, take the card, do whatever.
Mosquitoes are relentless.
Yeah, they are terrible. But we're at an intersection right now, right where the camera is. Right in that gap, there's a trail that comes down the hill, and it meets up with this logging road. This is where we had the camera set in August. Got some good daylight pictures of buck. Doe. It was pretty much every day, every other day. There's something coming through in the daylight, so just reset it for the next month. But you know, if you see a trail, set a camera. You never know, you know, what you're gonna get on it. And we were never in this area before. Put a camera up for a couple weeks, got some good pictures. So now it's something we're gonna investigate a little more. Follow a trail down the hill, see if we can find out where they're connecting to the little spot that we scouted, that we know we've seen deer in the rut before and stuff. Just want to see how they're getting there, what maybe they're feeding on, or a little better idea how they're traveling.
It's the big woods. These fields there, these deer aren't dumping out in the beans and corn every night.
No.
These deer are browsers, big old circles all night long, just browse and walk.
I mean, honestly, if you look at the camera behind me and around me, it's pretty much shit woods, but this is where they got to cross it. You know, they got to go through it, and this is where we found that they were going through it back in August, so we want to see if they keep doing it, hopefully close to the season. Alright, so we're almost back down to one of the main logging roads. You can see the green out in front of us there, but we just came down through this rock crop, trying to figure out how the deer are getting down from the cam we just set. Based on some of the pictures we've seen, they were definitely coming down the hill, so we followed some trails, some tracks, and I think they might be coming right down this little swale right here, where there's the least amount of rocks, easiest way down. They followed some deer crap and some tracks down, and they, a little bit right here, might go across. Late season, we did see quite a bit of deer sign on the other side of this logging road clearing there where they were feeding. So we want to see if we can get it to connect up and maybe find if this is where they were crossing, because we definitely did see some big buck track crossing the hill here in the snow, like I said, in the late season. So we're just going to try to piece it together, maybe get some cameras across, see if we can connect up with any of the same deer, and get a pattern going on them.
Tough, man. Tough decision. I don't know what
What are you thinking, Captain?
What am I thinking? I'm thinking I'm sweating my ass off. It's a hell of a walk back to this spot, but we just got a really good buck on the camera.
And
Matter of fact, we got about 6 buck on the camera.
Good
different ones.
Yeah.
And one's doe. But
it's
a hike, so we're gonna let them sit till the 25th and then check them. And we got to make a decision before then if we're going to bring
a stand back or what you do back here, because it's,
or if we're going to use climbers. And it's probably not a spot. We're probably only going to end up hunting it 1, 2, but it could be a good rifle spot.
Yeah.
To sit that stand.
There's fruit around. There's cherries and beaches early,
back,
but
yeah.
A lot of beach, and it's just on a trail. And
it's a hike.
There was a slammer on it though.
Yeah. There was, I mean, every buck that was on there was a shooter.
Yeah. Well, I'll throw some of the trail cam pics up when we get back to camp and stuff. But
we'll have to sit at the table with a shot of blackberry brandy and hash it out.
Yeah. Figure out what's going on.
We do have help next week, or the 25th, to do some stands. So, but it's a peg.
Yeah.
Let's see what the porcupine.
There's a porcupine here.
And over there, he hit it.
And over there, but this is where a good buck was coming, right down through and out a little bit of a trail there. Well, doesn't look like a whole lot, but it didn't really have a whole lot. You know, a deer every other day, every 2-3 days, but
yeah,
if we encounter one, it could be a slammer back here. So.
Yep.
Well, we're just heading home now. I'll do a quick little wrap up stuff we did this weekend, specifically trail cams that we did today, earlier this morning. We didn't really get to film too much out in the field or right when we were leaving. We were pretty bundled up because the mosquitoes were absolutely horrible. It was raining, so we were wet, pretty nasty. Didn't want to, wreck the camera out in the field while it was raining and stuff. But basically, where we thought there was going to be beaches up on a big flat that had some nice mature trees, there weren't. I don't think they're producing. The camera we had up there didn't produce too many pictures. We had one little 4-pointer and a mom bear with a cover 2 in 3 weeks. So it just wasn't the food up there, and there's not the cover up there to want to keep them up there. But we did find some smaller beaches that actually put quite a few nuts on the ground. We probably could have picked up a few good handfuls of them that were pretty fresh, and we did have a trail set near that, and that was where we got the buck pictures that I put up before this. Looked like a nice 10, a couple of nice 8s, maybe a 9 on there, and something that looked like a 6, decent rack buck. And then after that, what we did, we doubled up with another camera right near that area. We found a little faint logging road that leads out to a little clearing with some ferns. Had a deer trail running through it, and then it had 2 logging roads splitting off of it where you could see they were walking in. So we kind of tried to utilize where all those trails were coming together, maybe to see if we can connect the dots between those bucks we were getting on the other cameras, or pick some new ones up there where there's multiple trails. Then we worked our way out, and we set up a camera on a clearing with some goldenrod and stuff. Had a couple pines in it. Has some pickers. It's a little thicker. We did have a camera there late October through November last year. We produced a lot of bucks. Looked like they were searching through there, doing some chasing in there. So we wanted to put a camera in just to see if there's any activity in there. Early season, I think we're definitely going to try to get a stand in there to utilize that during the rut. And now it's pretty much a waiting game. Let those cameras marinate another, I guess it'll be 20 days till we're back. And then we'll kind of decide how we want to do our stand setup based on, the fresh intel from the cameras. So we'll be off of the hunting videos for a little bit right now. I know Jake's working to put together a little gear review he did, little gear change he did with his Lone Wolf. I know he had changed some of how he mounts it to the tree and stuff to make it a little more sturdy, so he might try to get that up. And then in 2 weeks, end up with my dad to Black Lake, doing our bass tournament that we've done up there the last couple years. This might be the last time we do it, so we'll try to go out with a bang, as always. And if you like the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button for us, let us know, if you like what we're doing, comment on it if you want, how you guys are prepping for the season, whatever you might be doing. Thanks for checking out Jake's deer videos. It's pretty cool, all the views that they're getting, more than normal for us, all the comments they're getting, and all the likes. It's pretty cool, so thanks for that. Hopefully we can put a few more down this year.